Hey everyone, this is Captain Daniel Hyun from ABCs of Attraction. So I want to talk about something real quick. Have you ever felt pain, immense sorrow, loneliness, or recent breakup from an ex-girlfriend and you just can't get over her and you're literally stuck in bed? Well, I'm going to give you 3 quick tips on how to get over your ex and move on with your life. So by the end of this video, you can implement these tips and just become a better man. So I'm going to open up real quick. So the reason why I started to learn how to date and actually took these dating seminars before I became a coach was because I got my heart broken. I literally got it ripped out of my heart and just stepped on. Like I told you guys, I went to the Air Force Academy. And when I went to the Air Force Academy, I actually got a letter while I was in boot camp. Boot camp is when they shave your head and just beat you through push-ups, waking up early. I was going through the worst time of my life. And I got a letter. The letter that I always wanted to read while I was in training from the girl that I loved. And yes, I loved her. I only loved one girl in my life and it was her. And when she told me that she went actually back to her ex, that destroyed me. And this was the ex that always cheated on her. And I was the best friend. I was friends with him for a long time. And I had to listen to all the bad things he did to her. And she went back to him. And I remember from then on, I just became a shell of a man. I just would stay in bed and at the same time getting yelled at from my upperclassmen to train every single day. And I'm always getting in trouble. Yeah, I was that guy who's always got trouble in the military. And I remember all I did was listen to neo music, right? So sick of love songs, yeah, that's all I listened to. Even in the gym while I'm lifting, when I wanted to get in better shape so I could show her and prove her wrong what she missed out on, I'm still thinking about her. She was literally night and day in my mind all the time. Because here's the thing, while I was going through my freshman year, my dream was to come home early during Thanksgiving, wearing my uniform and bring her flowers to the front door. I even wrote a list about 100 things why I like her, and the 100th reason why I like her is because I love her. And yet she went back to her ex. And and I'm telling you right now, I actually got over her recently in 2016. And I liked her since 2008. So we actually had a thing, we were going out at 2008, and I didn't get over her until 2016 January. And there's literally texts from her where she literally messaged me, and I actually reached out to her recently, I think it was last year, and I just wanted to make amends because I finally got over her, and she actually messaged me and said, don't ever contact me again. So I still go through it, and I still have that pain switch in me when she's brought up. It's like weird, I went home from Jersey and I saw the ice cream shop we went together. I saw the restaurant that we loved to eat. I saw the library that we used to study together. Yeah, I still feel that pain. That's how much I love her. And I bet right now you're going through this. You're living in the city where you went to an ice cream shop, you went to a certain park, you went to a certain running place or a gym or wherever you went. Even, let's say she lived with you. You're sleeping in the same bed that she used to sleep in. And you smell her scent still and you feel all these memories. How do you get over that? And I'm telling you right now, it took me almost 8 years to get over that. And I want you to do it in a matter of months, hopefully, by you following these tips. So here's the tip number 1. Here's the thing. You gotta accept what happened. You gotta accept that, I'm gonna bring some pain into you right now, that you're not the man for her anymore. She doesn't like you anymore. She doesn't see you as a future man in her life. And it hurts. I know it hurts. It's devastating to accept that. But the first step to get over anything is to accept it. And you have to accept that you're no longer the man she wants in your life. Literally, say that. Look yourself in the mirror and feel that pain going through you. That's the only way you're going to be able to move past, because now you are taking responsibility of that in your life. You're saying, yes, right now, I'm not the man she wants to be. But that doesn't mean that you're a less of a man or anything. You're just a man that she doesn't want to be with. But that doesn't mean another amazing woman doesn't want you. But you have to accept that she doesn't want you anymore. But another woman out there wants who you are. And how to officially do that, right, is you got to start moving on by going back to what you're good at. So let's say when you were with this girl, you shouldn't be doing this, but let's say you hung out with her more than your friends, or you actually skipped on working out, or you actually skipped out on your hobbies, or you skipped out on just becoming a better man by becoming socially or taking skills, taking improv classes. Let's say there's certain things you wanted to do, but because of the relationship, because you cared about her and you had to make a sacrifice in a relationship, you didn't do. Let's say traveling, right? So tip number 2 is this: start becoming the man you always wanted to be. I'm not saying that she made you less of a man or you felt like you weren't the man you were with her, but I guarantee you there's some sacrifice you had to be made, right? Maybe you didn't travel to a place. Maybe you wanted to hike Machu Picchu in Peru, or you always wanted to go to Colombia, or you wanted to go to Brazil in Carnival, or you just wanted to do things that it was a little bit self-interested, but because you were in a relationship, you didn't do. So now start doing those things. Go to the gym, work out early, meditate. Right? I realized when I used to have girls sleeping over, it's hard to meditate and do your morning routine, but I always try to stick to it. But now you could become a better man by sticking to a certain morning routine. So what I recommend is just become more of an attractive man. Go back to the things that you always wanted to do. When you start doing the things you love, you just become a more attractive man, and this means this sets you up for your next relationship. So that's tip number 2. So what is tip number 3, okay? And this is something that in the beginning, you have to do. This is a must do. You need to cut off all contacts from her. So if you follow her on Instagram, guys, please mute her. So there's actually a way where you don't have to unfollow her, but you can mute her. You can mute her all her stories and mute her all posts. If you really love this girl, I actually say find a way to block her. Yeah, block her. Because the more things you see about her, the more things you want to do, you might think it's petty, but it's not petty. You got to take care of yourself first. You gave so much love to her that you ended up forgetting about loving yourself, right? So I would say block her, mute her stories, or just find a way to never see anything about her, at least for the first couple months, especially if you loved her a lot. And you have to find a way to not ask about her, okay? When you have the same friends, right? Try to actually go away for a little bit, or try to start hanging out with your friends that were not friends with your girlfriend. You need to literally separate your life that you created together with her and remove yourself with it. Okay, you have to remove yourself from that. If you have to change your environment, there's a thing we say, how do you cure a sick fish, right? How do you cure a sick fish? You change the environment, you change the water, okay? So I strongly recommend you gotta get out of that city, or just move to a different place, or do something, or change everything in that room. And if you have pictures of her, erase all of it, okay? So one thing I would do is find a way to actually keep her out of your mind. It's called out of sight, out of your mind, right? And actually focus on you. Don't even think about, if you want to go dating, yes, go date other women. But remember, you are not over her because you had an experience with her, right? Why she's so special to you and why you feel so much love for her is because of the experience you had. Yeah, you could say it was her, she's this awesome girl. I bet she's awesome. But it's also because of the experience you had. You went through an experience together. So one thing is actually take a break from dating. It's like stop experience dating, stop going on a date, right? So for temporarily, stop seeking that experience, because all you're doing is filling a hole. So that's what rebounds happen, right? Rebounds, that's what's a rebound. So actually take time to date yourself. Go on a date with yourself. Take yourself out. Like treat yourself well, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Get in a relationship with yourself, because when you're in a relationship, sometimes you lose that, right? So those are the 3 quick tips that you could start implementing now, guys. And I know it's hard. I know you're in your bed watching this, or you are watching this somewhere and you just feel so depressed and so lonely. But guys, there is a cure. It took me 8 years to do this, okay? It shouldn't take you that long. This is me opening up to you. This is how I got out of it. And now I'm moving on with my life, and I love my life. I love the man who I can be. Am I still wanting her back? No. Because I realized I never was in love with her. I was in love with the experience I had with her, the memories I had, and everything. But she's still a person that right now probably is a way different person than I fell in love with. So it's not about the person, it's about the experience you had. And you know what's awesome about experiences? You could replicate that experience with anyone. And it is always awesome when it's with someone new and someone fresh. So I actually want to say this, be optimistic, okay? The whole point of what I teach and why I got into dating is so you could create an abundance of these experiences, okay? So if any questions, if you just literally want to talk to me, please message me on Facebook, please message on Instagram, and please subscribe to my channel.
Thanks for watching our video. I hope you liked it. And make sure you guys subscribe to this channel and watch all our other videos. Great news too. Every Monday, we'll be putting out a new weekly video. That's right, we've got educational seminars, street interviews, fun in-field pickup videos, and anything else we can come up with that's fun for you guys to watch. So check back.